What is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We're a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. Tonight, we will be joined by Jeremy Pitbull Smith, BKFC Cruiserweight, looking to make his return to the BKFC Squared Circle. We will talk to him about some of the current things going on in the world of combat sports, what we could be looking forward to from his career coming up in 2024, what his thoughts are about the BKFC tryouts in South Africa, and maybe his opinion of the BKFC card this weekend, where we do have our friend Austin No Doubt Trout. I don't know if he's bringing his public friend Kermit with him to face Palomino. They're fighting for the title, so that's pretty crazy. We didn't see that coming when we talked to Austin Trout, so the fact that he's got a title shot coming up this weekend is pretty cool. We're going to see where Pitbull Smith thinks he lands in the Cruiserweight division, what he wants to do next. Previous opponent he had just came off of a pretty quick victory this past weekend, 35-second victory from Donald Sanchez. And we looks like we got Jeremy Smith getting ready to join in. Hey, everyone checking us out live right here on Instagram. We do have the fundraiser going for Tap Cancer Out. You can click right on the tab there to view that and make your donations. Everything goes right to the nonprofit. None of that goes to us. We're just looking to show some support for the Tap Cancer Out nonprofit organization. And we should be getting Jeremy Smith in here any second now. And once he gets in, I'm going to get my friend Jeremy in here. And he can actually do his job and conduct an interview as opposed to, abusing puppet labor laws. And I'll go back to operating the soundboard and this camera. That is, look, it's a little wobbly. I don't know if you guys seen that. Looks like we're having a little trouble getting Jeremy Smith in here. Everyone just be ready with some questions here in the chat. See if we can get that invite sent again. Maybe if I move this wire thing in. There we go.
What's up?
Got the Pitbull in here.
How you doing, man?
I am fantastic, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What's happening?
Glad to hear it. Did you get some
Good,
training in
thanks for
today?
having me. Sorry.
Did you get some training in today?
Oh yeah, of course. I was at boxing and just did a bit of strength and conditioning. So, getting
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
nice and fit.
How you feeling? Shoulder feeling pretty good?
Shoulders are feeling great. Just want to get back in there now. So yeah,
Nice.
ready for a fight. So.
Well, we got you, Jeremy, in here. Now I'm gonna get Jeremy, the host of the show, in here. He can do his job, and I'm gonna work the camera.
All right, cool.
Nice seeing you again, sir.
Likewise.
Mark the Monster out.
Go in.
Jeremy, how you doing, man?
Hey, good in you, bro.
Oh, I'm fantastic. Fantastic. So I heard you talking to Mark the Monster. He said I heard him say you're feeling pretty good. Shoulders are feeling good.
Shoulders are feeling good. Being back in training. So yeah, go. So yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yep, rested, recovered nicely. So yeah, now we're just waiting for a fight date.
So the shoulder injury with Houston Alexander, for anyone who doesn't know, you injured that shoulder in that fight and still went through war.
First round.
It was the first round, right?
First round, yeah.
And what was the injury?
Oh, I tore one of the ligaments in it, so I could hardly lift it up. So I literally had to pick my hand up, put it on my head, and then just go with the other. I would throw it, but it had no power, so I'd swing it with my whole body, and it would dip down. So there was no power in the punches on the left. But yeah, we got through the fight. So
that you did, and as I was watching it, I could tell something was off, and then whenever you and I spoke after that, you told me that you just ripped your shoulder out. My
Yep.
God, how did you finish that fight?
I just dug deep. So yeah, just dug deep, pushed pressure, and yeah, just got in close. Just kept my hands tight, and obviously just had to throw the right. So
Have you had an injury to your shoulder
yes,
before?
long time ago. I was actually wrestling with Dricus Duplessis, my friend who just won the UFC middleweight belt, and we both landed on my elbow in the corner of the cage, and it hurt. It tore the same thing. We had surgery; it was perfect afterwards. But then obviously just a couple of years. That was a long time ago. And then now just obviously tore again. So it's fine now though. So it's perfect. The doctor says it's 100% recovered. Now we can just push and see what happens. So
That's awesome. So we're not going to blame DDP for the shoulder injury.
no, not at all. It wasn't his fault. It was a training.
You mentioned your friend DDP and him winning the UFC middleweight title. Were you in his corner that night whenever he won?
No. I wasn't in his corner. Obviously, I'm not in South Africa, so I'm not training with him and preparing him for the fight. So he had these people who were prepping him for the fight, and then our South African coach, he's coach from South Africa, yeah, Monet Fisser. So I was in the stadium though. I was in the stands. So of course, I had to go watch. So,
You know, I feel like there's weird controversy around that fight and his victory. I mean, yeah, split decision, but I've rewatched that fight now, and I don't see the controversy. I feel like he won
I
that fight.
listen personally, and not, I think it was a 4-1 to Drickus because at the end of the day, he kicked more, he did more takedowns, attempted more takedowns. He did MMA, where Strickland just did a jab. And a jab, yes, it's an effective strike, but it's not like it's a knockout. So
Right.
he didn't wobble him at all with it. Listen, that jab of his is amazing. It pops, like Drickus said, that thing's been like hitting with a fucking stone the whole time. But it's like it's just a jab. It's not like he's throwing a big right hand or a left hook, and Dricus took him down. Yes, maybe he didn't control him like Khabib controls people, but there's only one Khabib. So, no.
Yeah,
And Strickland stood up.
he's a
Strickland's also an
whole different
NCAA
problem.
champion. Yeah,
And
so
I
he
think,
did it full MMA. So I feel like he won that fight fair and square. Like I think
yeah,
I shouldn't have been split decision. It should have been full for him.
yeah, didn't I didn't agree with the split decision either.
No,
And they look at these different forums, and so many people feel like it should have gone the other way. And I'm like, those jabs were. It's interesting that he was able to land them from the angles that he
yeah,
landed those jabs. But Strickland is he's not a conventional
awkward.
striker.
Especially he comes in with a Philly shell in MMA, which is very weird. Like
Yeah,
it's not something that you would expect, and he's got great leg defense. Like he checks kicks all the time. He's really good at that. So he's good at what his style is, and he puts pressure the whole time. But when Dricus fought him, Dricus had him on his back foot the whole time. So I don't think he was used to that. So he couldn't do exactly what he wanted to do.
yeah. Do you how do you think Strickland would fare in bare knuckle?
He's tough. He would come forward. I think he'll do quite well.
He's a
I
durable
mean,
guy, right?
he's durable, yeah, and he doesn't get tired. He's it's his pace the whole time. But
His cardio I did find
yeah,
surprising in that fight. He didn't seem to get winded, and neither did Dreykus. Neither
no,
guy had a cardio issue at all, and they kept a pace that
yep,
entire
that was good.
fight. There was no one took a break. It was
Yeah,
very interesting.
no, it was a hard-paced fight. It was an entertaining fight. All the rounds were good. But like even when Strickland fought Adesanya, he didn't get tired. He just pushed forward. When at the end of the fifth round, he looked the same as what he did in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So the time off for you with your
Yeah.
shoulder, how's your
Yeah.
cardio feeling? Have you changed anything with your training?
Well, obviously we had to adapt and train other stuff while it was repairing and then doing a lot of physiotherapy and that sort of stuff. But now I'm back to normal. So now I'm just back to normal. Strengthening and obviously focusing a lot on the strengthening up the tendons and all of that stuff, obviously, but I've always done that. So, and then cardio, I'm always good with cardio. So that's no problem.
What's your go-to cardio training?
Salt bike. Nothing fucks you up
Yeah,
like that. Nothing.
that's true. Do you run it like a hit workout? Do you go full clip and then?
Depends. It depends on what you're doing and how far out you are. So it's all going to be tapered to how far out you are from the fight. Like, what do you need? Like in the beginning, yeah, it's all long, boring, high pace, keep it a high pace and going. But then obviously closer to the fight, you shorten it up, make it fast, explosive. You have to. Because you want to peak for the fight. It's like sprinting. It's a similar thing to using sprinting.
Yeah, so that way you're just ramped up, ready to go into the fight camp.
And especially because bare knuckles, 2 minute rounds, you start in front of each other. You need to go flat out for 2 minutes. So you literally burn out, rest a minute, do it again, do it again.
Yeah, the 2 minute rounds of bare knuckle, and the first time you and I spoke, it was not that BKFC is brand new, but it wasn't catching fire like it is currently, and so much has changed in just a short time. You and I talked about it was going to blow up. It was going to be so big, and I don't think there. I certainly never thought we'd have the image of Conor McGregor in the BKFC ring with Lorenzo's belt. Yeah.
Just made it Dana White now, so let's see if that holds. I think that's interesting. Listen, maybe it was just a friendly meeting. Maybe it was let's see what happens. So time will tell. So it's always a good thing to meet with that guy. So.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I got to have David Feldman on. Yep. Him and I talked, and he spoke about how he always has a great relationship with everybody. He's got nothing bad to say about other promoters out there.
He's the best. He's such an nice guy. Like, I'm happy he's my fight.
Such a genuine,
such a nice guy.
Yeah. And to see him with that picture he shared of him and Dana, and as a fan, I start to fantasy book of what a super card would look like, and for me, I would want it to be a bare knuckle super card. Who from the UFC could come over to bare knuckle for bare knuckle fighters to fight?
Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis would be great. There's a lot of guys that would be really good. It depends what area you're looking at. But most of them would. But Derek Lewis would be cool. Like, imagine him versus Mark Hunt.
Yeah, so Mark Hunt recently on the show with me as well. Yeah. He's looking to come into bare knuckle. He's also talking about fighting Mike Tyson in December.
I saw that. I don't know if that's true or not. I saw Rampage is fighting Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, Rampage and Briggs. Yeah. That would be interesting. But yeah, Mark Hunt sent me a message that he's looking to fight Mike Tyson in December.
That'll be cool.
I had to ask, are you messing with me? Like, that can't. Is this a real thing that's going to happen in 2024? Like, Mark Hunt versus Mike Tyson, and that's the hope. Do it in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the Saudis are putting on some interesting fights. Obviously they've got the financial backing to do whatever they want. So but they don't want to do any more. They still the Sheik still wrote to say, I don't want any more YouTube fights. So it's killing this boxing on real boxing. So.
Yeah. I mean, the YouTube thing it's attention getting for a period of time, right? And then eventually those guys
killing the sport of
boxing.
It's killing the sport of boxing. Right? It's a joke. How many followers you got is how good you're going to be. Like, if you put them up against real boxers, they're going to get hurt. Like Jake Paul trying to call out Canelo will put him in hospital.
I have some buddies of mine who kept stressing to me, Jake Paul needs to fight someone like Canelo. And I'm like, that would be that's not even realistic. Like, Jake Paul should never fight Canelo. And then he calls him out. Yeah. I'm like, that's silly. That's a silly thing.
There's a lot, like, if he wants to go boxing, he's got to start and build his way up. He can't just jump to the top just because he's a YouTube guy. So, because he'll get hurt.
Right? And Canelo would hurt him.
Yeah.
It would be, to me, I think Jake Paul has the potential to maybe be okay in the world of boxing. But not if he jumps levels and fights Canelo. It's going to set him back because that's going to be a very humbling experience.
Canelo will never fight him. It's not what's he going to prove by fighting him. It's stupid.
The payday
doesn't get him anything. The payday is from Canelo, not from Jake Paul.
Right.
No one's tuning in to watch Jake Paul fight. They're tuning in to watch Canelo fight. But I heard Canelo's fight, they started fighting with Crawford.
Yeah.
I heard that. That was today, I think they said they're going to do that.
Yeah, that's what came out.
Yeah.
So.
And it'll be, I think Canelo's a bit big, to be honest. Because Crawford's coming up, I think, 2 categories for that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, dude.
But
Crawford's
fucking amazing. Crawford's amazing. But I think Canelo might just be too big and too strong for that. Possibly.
I think so. I think he'll be able to bully him quite a bit.
And that's what Canelo does. He comes forward and he just offloads those 1-2 shots and they hurt. He hits hard for his weight. And he's going to be hitting a guy who's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Look what we did to, what's his name, Khan? Emil Khan. And he hit him, that guy, and he came up, I think, one weight category. I think he was bigger than Crawford. And he got knocked out.
I think that was just one weight class.
One weight class. Yep.
Yeah.
But listen, Crawford's Crawford. Crawford's also on another level of boxing skill. So he's really good.
So BKFC had some tryouts in South Africa.
Yes.
Looking to build the South Africa card up.
They obviously have been helping in showing which fighters and a lot of the guys there, because I know everybody there. So obviously I'll be on that card. We're waiting to see when the final date is. There's a couple dates being thrown around, nothing set in stone yet, but I think it would probably be around April. So if that.
Awesome. That's exciting.
It'd be
I
nice
didn't think
to
that would
fight
be
back
until later in the year. So if that happens in April, that's an awesome opportunity.
I hope it's April. Nothing is set in stone. That's just a little couple of the dates that have been thrown around. But until you get a fight contract, we don't know. Until they release the date, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for April, so I'm pushing like it's in April.
So I would imagine you're hoping to get something April, May time, and then from there, are you foreseeing an opportunity with Lorenzo sometime this year?
Oh, that would be great. If they give me a title shot, I'd love that.
I think technically in the official rankings, I think you are cruiserweight number 2 with Houston Alexander as number 1.
Being number 1, yeah. If we get a rematch with Houston, would also be nice.
That would be great, right?
Yeah, they like that. We already spun that idea, and they like the side of it. So let's see. So obviously, Lorenzo would be great, but Lorenzo is going up to heavyweight.
He said he wants to go up to heavyweight. He wants that opportunity at Mick Terrell or Mark Hunt. He said he's willing to drop both belts that he has to go to heavyweight.
Makes sense, though. So
get rid of the weight cut. That'd be
exactly, because listen, he's a big guy. He even cuts weight to 205, like quite a bit of weight. He doesn't 185. I don't know how often he'll be making that anymore. So
I think he's at the age where it's going to be very difficult for him to get back down to 185. At a certain point, we're all getting older. It's not going to be easy to make cuts like that for him. He carries so much mass already.
Yeah,
You get to a point where it's diminishing returns.
It starts to hurt more.
It
starts to hurt more. So, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night with Jomi and Doolittle. That's a 185, and I think that's going to fight. I think the winner of that would probably fight Warren for the I don't know, interim or vacant, whatever they decide. But that would be a cool fight. Again, because they fought once before, and that was a close fight. It was Jomi's first loss, I think, in bare knuckle. So that would be a nice sort of redemption if he gets to fight him again.
Yeah, I agree. You previously fought Donald Sanchez.
Yes.
And he's coming off of a heck of a victory.
Nice 35-second knockout.
Yeah, 35.
Very good knockout. Nice, good shot. He's also dropped 2-weight categories, 1-weight category below. So.
Yeah, he dropped down, and now people are saying, does that give him an opportunity to maybe jump a few rungs cruiserweight if he chooses to come back? I thought he looked really good
He looks
For what
better
we
at
see,
175. Me and him, we speak quite a bit. We speak quite a lot. And he was actually like, he's like, thanks for reigniting my fire in me, because he was like done, and then we reignited. And he's like, he dropped down, and he was like, no, even after the fight, he was like, fighting you, it hurts more. Like, you guys are bigger. Like, I'm not. 175 is a much better way to carry me for him.
yeah. So what are you walking around at now? What's your weight now?
15. Around
So
there.
that's not a bad cut for you. That's
To 205? No, not at all.
yeah, that's easy.
But I can do 185 as well. I just need enough time. So,
what do you need, about 6 weeks out, and you feel like you do a fight camp where you get down to that 85?
yeah, I can do it. Listen, it depends on how quick they want me to. Like, if you really need to, I can do it in like 3 weeks, because it depends. But I don't want to.
Right.
But yeah, rather if I had to, if they gave me a short notice, I'd say, okay, cool, catch weight 195 or something. So give it a short notice.
Yeah, I think it would be really exciting to see you in that title picture this year. I think.
Well, that's what I think. I need another 1 or 2 victories of this weight, that wins at this weight category, and then I'm definitely in the line for a title.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see you in Houston run it back, and that shoulder stay intact, because the fact
that would be nice. Hey, well, listen, you never know. Maybe Hunt vacates that belt, and me and Houston fight for the interim. That could also work.
Man, that would be.
Because he's number one, I'm number 2.
Yeah,
that would be.
It's a ready-made fight. It's the interest is there already.
And it was Fight of the Year nomination as well. So.
Yeah. And you got a Fight of the Year nomination with one arm. That to me is what's amazing.
Yeah, it's quite cool. I'm proud of how that fight went. Listen, I would have loved to get the win. Obviously, a lot of people feel I won that fight. It was very controversial. It could have been either way. So, no, the judges didn't have a split decision, but it was his. It's somehow. So it's his kind of thing. But all that, if he won that fight, and I'd love to run it back again. We also stay in touch. We speak a lot. So.
Yeah,
we spoke about
like a really nice guy too.
He's a great guy. He's a really good guy. So we spoke about like running it back, and like, yeah, let's do it. If it makes the right sense, we'll do it. So,
yeah. So we got a big fight this weekend. We got Austin Trout.
Yep. That's
a title fight now.
Yeah. That is going to be. Listen, Austin Trout is great boxing pedigree. He fought Canelo, he fought names, he fought a lot of good boxers. But this isn't boxing, this is bare knuckle. Palomino's 9-0. He's done his thing. He's the pound for pound number 1. He's coming up to regain his previous belt, the 160. I think it's 165, right?
Yeah,
165. Right. Yeah. So, it's he's the pound for pound number 1 bare knuckle fighter. So I'd like to see him get a good fight after this, like say like one of the UFC guys, like or Mike Perry or something like that. I think he deserves it. Like, he's established his name well enough in the sport. He's the most title defenses. So I'd like to see him get. I think he deserves a fight, or a good money fight, or whatever you want to call it. So.
It'd be cool to see him and Mike Perry. I think it would be. I struggle. I hate to make like predictions on things that aren't, a concrete thing, but it'd be a rough day for Mike Perry if he chooses to fight his style he's known for, of standing there and taking some punishment to give some punishment.
Yeah.
I think
Palomino's got good footwork. He's in and out really quick. He uses his range. He's got good long reach. I don't think Perry would have to get inside, close the distance, crash the line, get inside, and then work it from there. Palomino wouldn't let it. He would trust it on the outside. So it'll be a good fight. Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about those UFC guys who come over to bare knuckle and the hypothetical super card. If you could pick anyone currently on the UFC roster to welcome into bare knuckle, who would you like to have your crossover fight be?
I heard Darren Tilby wanting to come over. So I wouldn't mind. He's not in the UFC roster anymore, but I wouldn't mind fighting him.
Yeah.
Drickus beat him.
Yeah.
Can lose to another South African now.
That would be a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would definitely generate some
Yep.
interest. My big thing for that hypothetical is what could be the best business for the guys in BKFC to bring someone over, welcome them to bare knuckle, and get a really nice check.
Yeah. I don't know. I would fight any of them. I don't really mind who I fight. So I'll fight anybody. Doesn't make a difference to me, really. So I don't know. Who do you think would be a good matchup for me?
Man, I think that Darren Till would be that would be a very, very good one for you because you're a boxer and his stance, assuming he doesn't like totally rework his approach to change things up for bare knuckle,
It's hard to change up
so
your.
open.
It's hard to change up your style completely when you've been doing it for however many years. You've been fighting for 15, 20 years, whatever, however long it is. It's hard to swap it up, like change completely differently. There's obviously a few things you change because, like, you'll change your stance a bit because you don't need to check a leg kick or take a kick or stuff like that. But no, he's got the range, but you only start 3 feet from each other. That's where it's better to me because I catch the line, get inside.
And
like
his whole stance, look at his body of work. He leaves his torso is very open.
And we know I like to hit body shots. So.
Yeah, I think that would be a couple broken ribs for him. I think it would be a really rough day at the office.
Yeah, I think it would be a good one. If they would love to give that to me, I'll take it.
Yeah. So hopefully David Feldman sees this. And,
yeah.
He can make that happen.
Go to England and do it. I don't mind doing it there.
Yeah. Mark Hunt really wants Mick Terrell in England.
Yeah, it'll be a good fight. I think Mick Terrell's very good. He hits hard. He comes to fight, and obviously Mark Hunt. Like,
and Mark Hunt thanks him and Mick Terrell O2 Arena.
Yeah, it's good. I'll fight down till undercard.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of people in the O2 Arena. That would be something.
Yeah. I've got a lot of South Africans who actually fly out and a lot of South African community who live in England, so it would actually generate a lot. Because it's not a far flight from South Africa.
If that fight card's able to take place, I would love to see you on that one against whomever they can get for you. Because
I'll fight anybody there.
The O2 Arena is what? 40,000 people?
Something like that, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's somewhere in that neighborhood, 40,000 people.
Big. It's huge. It's
amazing.
They do a lot of the boxing there. Yeah. Tyson Fury fights there often.
Yeah. All the time. Tyson Fury's there all the time. What did you think of Tyson Fury and Francis?
Francis did amazing.
Right?
Amazing, yeah. He dropped him, but yeah.
And that to me was, I don't
think Tyson Fury trained properly for that fight. He looked a bit different to what he normally looks like. So he looked a bit softer than normal. He always looks a bit soft, but he looked a bit softer around the stomach. He says he trained hard for it, but he might have just been walking in there not thinking that he's going to tie him up and just punch him out. But
yeah, I think he thought that he was going to run a box.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speculate that maybe he didn't take him seriously, but perhaps he didn't think that he was in danger. Yeah. So he could just kind of, just take a bit of an easier.
Yeah. I'm interested to see AJ versus Francis Ngannou. That's in the works. So I think that's going to be soon. And I think Francis can do that.
I think
AJ's never been just a big guy with a good jab and a big right hand. He's never, anytime he fought anybody very good, he's lost. So I think Francis is going to shock. He shocked the world already with the Fury fight. And I think with AJ, I think he might knock AJ out.
Yeah.
He's got the power.
He's
got the punching power to do it. We know that.
Is that fight in March?
Might be.
think
in Saudi, isn't it? It's a
it's soon.
card, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Saudi Arabia, March or April. I'm not exactly. Well, no, it won't be in April because of Ramadan.
Yeah. I'm
So
pretty sure it's
it
like,
starts 30th of March. I think Ramadan starts in end of March, so that's either before or after Ramadan. They won't do it during.
yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I want to say it was middle of March, but I'm not sure. I
Maybe.
need a producer to just Google stuff for me, but
You need a little computer to just quickly get it done.
yeah, keep me up to speed. But I think that fight's going to be very interesting, and then we'll see what Francis chooses to do next.
Yeah, whatever he's doing it well. He's making waves in the community, in the boxing community as well. So I think he's doing well for himself from coming from a sand mine to where he is right now. And he literally escaped Africa, went to France, refugee, came to America. Like, yeah,
It's
a great story.
It's an amazing story. Like someone eventually has to write the screenplay for the movie.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, it's an amazing, like what he did was it's incredible. To where he came from to where he is now, it's insane.
and it's really it's almost unbelievable. It's one of those stories like, is this real? Like, is it or is this?
It'll make a good movie though.
That's for sure. Yeah. Through your recovery from your surgery, you talked about your training and getting time to heal. What was your supplements like? And I know you
I
work
own
with
a
Condemned
supplement shop,
Labs.
and I own a supplement shop as well. So I own a nutrition supplement shop in Western South Florida. So obviously I know a lot about the supplements, a lot of collagen, a lot of creatine, that sort of stuff to help insulate joints. Yeah, but collagen was a good factor. Yeah, that helps a lot. And tendons are just, you got to get the blood flow to them, which is difficult. So it's a lot of training to do like movements and getting inside, good physiotherapist, acupuncturist, that sort of stuff. Supplements a lot of protein because the more protein you have, the more it's going to heal your body. Obviously, creatine, collagens, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then
I'm glad it's
not rushing it. Not rushing it. Slow. That was the main thing. Not rushing it. Taking it day by day.
How hard was that for
It's
you
always been
to
hard.
pace yourself?
I did legs a lot. Did a lot of legs. Because there's not much you like. Yeah, so I had to rest it. So.
Yeah, that's one of those hard things. Whenever I was fighting, I would get hurt and ignored it, and
Yep.
I think I'm paid for that over the years. And
Well,
doing
that's why we
strongman,
have. Yeah. That's why we have these injuries because we walked it off. We
yeah,
didn't fix them. Now we've got injuries like, oh yeah, I remember that. I was wrestling or I started doing this and now it's coming back. So,
yeah. But it seems like you've learned, you're doing things smart.
yeah, I'm trying. It's still a learning curve.
I mean, we only get so smart.
Yeah,
We're always going to
exactly.
have a little bit of
Yeah, then we always think, oh, maybe it's better than what it really is. I can maybe push it. And then, yeah. But no, I took it easy. I listened to my surgeon, listened to the physiotherapists, and just took it day by day and eased into everything.
Yeah.
It worked
Very happy
well.
it's feeling good,
Yep.
and that you got your sights set, hoping for April.
So, hoping for April. You know, we get ready, we stay ready. So whatever pops up, whatever happens, I can always jump in. But yeah, I'm hoping. Obviously, the South Africa card would be awesome just to go back and fight in front of my country again. It's been a couple of years since I fought on South African soil. And yeah, it'll be good to get back there, and also to show get the talent from South Africa into the BKFC pool will be great because we got a lot of good talent when it comes to fighting, especially with no gloves on. Yeah,
Yeah, I can only imagine what those tryouts are like, and the people who are just so hungry for that opportunity.
the tryouts are good, but obviously the first fight. That's one thing. Trying out and hitting the bag and the pads and them checking and they're trying as hard as they can. But then when you get hit with no glove on, it's a little bit different. And it's used to it, and a lot of South Africans are. So,
Yeah. Well, sir, I want to thank you for your time this evening.
Anytime.
Very,
Appreciate it.
very happy to hear you're feeling good and you're getting ready. I'm excited to see you back in the squared circle of BKFC.
Can't wait to get back in there. Thank you.
It's going to be great to see you and keep that shoulder in place.
No, it's fine now. It's perfect. It's not going nowhere. It's stuck in there.
Hopefully they get you somebody and get things in place where maybe that interim title, or maybe they don't even go calling it an interim, because if Lorenzo's gone and he's not coming back down, he's going to go to heavyweight and stay there.
Yep.
That makes somebody the true champ.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Because I don't think he's going to do 185 again, like we discussed, but we'll see.
I think it's going to be hard for him. I mean, he's got a lot of mass, and aside from just totally depleting himself and just cutting a ton of water, it's going to be hard to get there.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I mean, like we were saying, it's not nice to cut to 185. No one likes it. It sucks.
Yeah. I'm glad those days are behind me, for sure.
Yeah.
Any sponsors you need to shout out? Anybody you want
to? Thanks to Condemned, Dot Construction, Take Transport. Yeah, just thanks to all the guys who look after me, and especially like to help me out during the times when I wasn't fighting, and it still kept me going. Condemned, obviously my supplement shop, Total Nutrition Western. Just it's the guys, and obviously got injured, injury attorneys. They also helped me out a lot, support me in all this, and thanks for everyone, all the fans, and thanks to Dave Feldman for putting on a great fucking show for us to show our skills, and obviously the most importantly, thanks to Jesus Christ and for getting us through this and letting us do what we love, keeping us healthy while we do it.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I thank you for joining us. I hope to have you on again soon before that next fight night happens for you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all your efforts you put in entertaining us in the squared circle. It's absolutely always a treat to have you on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Take care.
Talk to you again soon.
Later.